What
Hmm.
would you say, mindfulness wise, being
Hmm.
specific to a leader, what's the main benefit to them, would you say?
Being able to hold all of the things. Because as a leader, you've got people looking up to you, right? You've got people who are dependent on you. You've probably got the work responsibilities, and then likely you've got some home responsibilities as a mother or as a father, um, maybe even as a sibling, as a child, if you've got people that are responding, are looking to you as well. You've got a lot of pressure on yourself. Heavy is the head that wears the crown, right? So when you're able to hold more because you've got wider bandwidth that comes from a practice around your emotional space being more conducive to create from, when you've got greater dominion over what's going on in your thoughts, so that your thought processes, your mind's actually functioning to support you versus giving you disempowering narratives, that's just going to open you up to be able to do more. If you're, for example, operating from a place of expansion versus contraction, you're also going to be open to getting support so that you can lead more effectively. If you're operating from a more heart-centered place, also as a leader, you're going to be thinking more expansively as a whole, which is going to mean that you're going to be wanting to uplift people. Wallace D. Wattles talks about the competitive plane and the creative plane in terms of how we do business and create wealth and abundance, right? The competitive plane is looking to take everyone out at the knees, crush, kill, kill, kill. Whereas the creative plane is looking at how can I add expansively so that there's enough for everyone? How can I add more value into people's lives? Mindfulness automatically starts to pull us into the creative plane, which as a whole is more expansive, more lovely, and just feels a lot better at the end of the day. So you're going to feel better, you're going to do better, you're going to lift people up, you're going to have more bandwidth in order to lead, in terms of where you're leading from. You're going to be able to show up more fully, not just in the workplace, but at home and in your life as well. You're going to be a happier person.
Is that science of getting rich or
Yes,
science
science of
of
getting
being
rich.
great?
Science of getting rich.
Have you read Being Great?
No, I haven't read Being Great.
That's a
I've
good
read
one.
Science of Getting Rich, I don't know how many times, but at least once a year since 2003. How many
I
years is that?
I think in that book, it's been a while since I've read it, so I haven't done it
Mm-hmm.
every year like you. But I think
Mm-hmm.
in that book, he has the example of, if you want to try and build a house, you start visualizing aspects of
Mm-hmm.
that house. Here's where this will go. Here's where that
Yeah.
will go. Have you ever done any visualization type stuff like that?
Visualization is a part of my daily practice. I actually got into visualization in my teens. So I actually got into visualization before I got into his work. I started off with the Silver method, Jose Silva's
Not
work.
heard of that.
Jose Silva's work, he doing work in it's either the 60s or the 70s, but he really started to show the link between visualization and what happens in physical reality, creating such a connection between visualization and physical reality that things actually start to force their way into showing up for you. He was one of the earlier proponents of how science kind of drifted into pseudoscience that kind of brought in the spirituality and became the manifestation stuff that we talk about.